Hello and welcome back to the lab. Today we're going to be talking about season 2 of Squid Game, and specifically a trans character that is being played by a cisgender male actress. This is something that has annoyed a lot of people, but at the same time a lot of people have congratulated the writers of Squid Game for the character itself and how well written this character is. And yeah, there is that controversy over this, so make sure you watch until the end, and do let me know in the comments as well how you feel with regards to this decision. The character that I'm talking about, now I'm only going to pronounce these names once because I'm not very good at pronouncing different names, apologies. The character is called Hyunju. They're a trans woman and they're being played by, again, the male character Park Sung-hoon. And this has, as I said, it has caused a lot of controversy. A lot of people aren't happy about this idea. And it really does take me back to the Danish Girl. So if anyone remembers that movie there in the 2010s, I say that, it makes it sound like so long ago, and Eddie Redmayne playing the Danish Girl, Lily Ilb, in that movie. Again, sorry for pronunciations there. That too caused a lot of controversy, but those two issues there, these two scenarios, they are not the same, and we'll delve into that now. So with regards to the character firstly, how they're played, I too, from what I have seen, I think it is really well written as a trans character, and the writers for Squid Game, they do deserve some recognition. There's some pats on the back just about how they did feature a trans person. In Korea, trans people or the LGBT community in general, are discriminated and bullied quite a lot. But, you know, again, in this Korean show, we've got a character who's a great leader with the group that they're in. They help their fellow captives how to use a weapon, a machine gun there, and they also have a part to play in just, again, keeping the group together there to go through all the tasks that they do need to. I think the goal as well that Hyunjin also has to be able to do the Squid Games there. The reason why they're taking part to afford gender affirming surgery, I think, is a really good point as well. Of course, in South Korea, I'm not sure what their healthcare is like, but talking from someone in the West, from the UK, we've got the National Health Service, where a lot of surgeries are free at the point of use there, and you pay for that through your national insurance, through your taxes every month. But the majority of trans surgery isn't. So you've got bottom surgery for trans men, women, and some non-binary people there that are able to apply for these surgeries too. You've got top surgery for trans men as well. But that's really where it stops. You don't have face surgery for trans women, which if you've went through male puberty, there might be things that you do want to change with regards to your forehead mainly there. That's something that I've been quite insecure about. And that's something that if you go abroad, even to another European country, that will cost upwards of £20,000 or more to get looked at and treated. So it's big money, even in a country such as mine, where bottom surgery and what you'd call maybe the main surgeries or treatments for trans people can be subsidised or done through national health systems. It's still very expensive to live and exist as a trans person. So again, I fully understand that reasoning there as a marginalised person too, like a lot of people in Squid Game, how a trans woman would fit in with that. But of course, the main issue, again, coming back to it, is it's a cisgender man playing a trans woman. And yeah, no, there's no getting around that really. It's something that we do need to talk about head on. And compared to a cisgender woman playing a trans woman, it really is disappointing there. I've heard from the creator for Squid Game, not personally, but in articles, that they weren't able to find a trans person, let alone a trans lesbian, I believe, a trans gay person to play this character, because again, they're just not open. In Korea, you get bullied, you get marginalised. They don't actually have a law to prevent discrimination against people who are, homosexuals in same-sex relationships, bisexuals, or people who reassign their gender in accordance to their gender identity. There's no law against discrimination for these peoples. So again, I fully understand why to try and find a professional actor or actress of the level that you would need for this Netflix series, you just weren't going to find a trans person who'd be able to play, unfortunately. And it's just a sad reality. Going back to when I talked about the Danish Girl, that wasn't the reality. And was it 2014, 2015, back when the Danish Girl was released, there certainly weren't a lot of blockbuster trans actors, definitely not, but there were still a lot of rising talent that would have been able to perform a role like that. You'd say maybe for a smaller role compared to quite a popular Netflix series, again, the Danish Girl, you'd be able to find a trans actress for that role quite easily. I know that Eddie Redmayne, they do regret doing the casting, now playing Lily Elbert in the Danish Girl. That's something that they've realised isn't really on. I think at the time, again, because it was quite a while ago now, it was seen as less of an issue. But again, in America, in the UK, even in Europe, it's still really expensive existing as a trans person. And a movie like The Danish Girl could have made a trans actress have a completely different life now. It would have been a life-changing role for their career. It would have helped them to afford existing as a trans person, and it was just a big missed opportunity. But that's not the case with Squid Game, because again, there just aren't any open trans actors. Anyone that was open as trans who did apply for this role, they'd likely see that role there as Hyunjoo as the last role that they could ever play, really, unless there are any other trans recurring characters maybe inspired from what we've seen in Squid Game. It just isn't something that's, I don't want to say it's not acceptable in their culture, but it's definitely less LGBT acceptance. But it seems as though, due to their conservatism there in that country, that it's something that could have been less of an opportunity and more of maybe a poison chalice for any authentic trans representation there, which is sad. There's no same-sex marriage in South Korea too, so they are a little ways behind. Of course, in Asia, there are some countries that are changing this. There certainly is some progress to be made there, and hopefully in South Korea, maybe from people seeing this trans character, maybe identifying with them, again, seeing they're a good leader in their group, and lots of other positive traits, maybe that can help to change the tide. So even though it's not a trans person playing a trans character, it's still very positive in South Korea. So that's what I'd like to hope from Squid Game and this role. But yeah, no, it's a bit of a shame. I understand why people are upset. There is certainly something to be upset about, but we do just need to understand this in the context that there is in South Korea. So thank you for your time today. Again, this is another short video. You might hear it, you might see it. I'm not feeling very well still. I'm trying to sweat out a fever right now in this fleece hoodie. So yeah, hopefully I do feel better soon, because there's a few more videos I do want to make. So make sure you do like, comment about your opinions, and subscribe as well for those next videos. And yeah, hopefully I can see you all again soon. See ya.